Hello everybody. I actually started this video about 10 minutes ago and then got a message pop up. I'm not quite sure how to mute that, and unfortunately it had some inappropriate content, so anyway, I think I had to reload to an earlier save, but I guess it's right about where we left off, so I think that's fine. Let me just check something. Yeah, I haven't moved him yet. That's okay. Dio should get I think we should get 2 to 3 good battles out of this. Get a few soldier levels. And the good news is, we got a lot more, well, not a lot more, but a couple more enemies in here to fight that we can definitely get a few victories from. Oh. Well, maybe that wasn't, well, I guess the soldier's gonna get low anyway. There's not much that can be done about that. Well, I want Dio to get some. I wonder what level is this guy? 3. Nah, that's okay. That's okay. We can hold off on that. I think the soldiers, not the soldier. Oh, the leader is 3-2. Oh, he's level 1? Oh, wow, no wonder killing him. Okay. I was thinking of killing the wizard, but he's 2 levels below Dio, so... Shit. Where are you at? Alright, Titus. Let's use you to finish this thing off. Oh, actually, he's healing. Let's wait a second. You can go in and take him down after Dio gets one more fight in. Just keep healing. Alright. So we're going to have Dio knock that guy back. And we'll have Titus finish him off. Kill on the, there we go. Neutral. Ah, perfect. Perfect. How many fighters do we have now? Well, we'll see when we switch with Bisque. And we're gonna have Titus finish him off. Get some levels for his soldiers. Sweet juice. Oh wow, 2 fighters in a row. That was fun. Beautiful. Liberated. Let's check. 48, so that's basically 50. Titus is basically neutral as well. That's the big thing that we need when we're liberating places. Vogel, you might be needed again. We shall see. Only 3. Should be fine. I think it's actually better to have a few damaged soldier units. Even though the experience doesn't go up as fast, it's still 3 battles. I thought Titus slashes 2 in the back. I think if I give him a the blessed sword that I got at the beginning, he would do a holy blast instead of the physical attack. Oh, let me see. Level 2? Man, these guys are a low level. No wonder. Man. Well, we'll try and get a few levels out of this. Not too concerned about the whole liberation thing right at the start, because there's plenty of time to get that raised. Alright, that could be somewhat of a farming unit. That could be a little farming. So we're getting cleric stuff this map. This guy's gonna sit on this town, and I think all we have to do is we attack him. And then go back, let him heal a bit. Get 1 soldier from Dio, 1 from Titus, have Vogel finish the guy off. So like I was saying, without any, without changing anything, like this beginning part is pretty easy. It does get, we've seen a few instances where there's some buffs to changes to the characters as far as the people you fight, but the difficulty starts to scale up, particularly with the boss fights. So every boss has been buffed, and we can go over them at some point. Like the last boss we faced in the original, he doesn't have an Axe of Worm. So even though that was still a relatively easy fight, he is definitely a little harder. And this one will have the same... This one will have a similar setup where the boss is... He's difficult to deal with. Well, yeah, he won't be difficult, but he'll be definitely harder than he was in the original. Alright, Dio. And this is great for Dio because basically every battle is just one experience for him. I should check. It's just good to make sure that these guys have full health, because the odd critical strike may ruin it. Yeah, as soon as one of them dies. And the whole unit gets compromised. And I think I did a couple of videos about Ogre Battle before. I think I actually uploaded a whole bunch of playthroughs and walkthrough videos about it, and I also did some, oh, what's the word? Tier lists about different, about using different, basically tier lists about all the units in the game and all the special characters. And one thing that I mentioned was that the game in its vanilla form wasn't terribly hard. And I think that if you haven't played it before, it's very hard to know what to do to get what you want. Requirements for making fencers, phalanxes, or having certain units in the game, being unable to get Black Knights because you don't make the right choice as far as what direction you go, not getting enough soldiers early. Like, this is, the way I'm playing right now is not the way that typical people would play. This is very, I don't know what the right word is. We'll call it maybe a little bit meticulous. This is basically like farming and training in the literal sense for your army, building up a large array of people, prepping your big units as far as your dogs, your golems, your dragons. And again, I know I added some special characters to it, but that doesn't really honestly break or change the game hardly at all. It's more of a flavor thing. There we go. There we go. Good boy, Dio. But the hard parts are the requirements for your units, chaos frame stuff as far as liberating or capturing towns. Because that's like a lot of stuff is just not explained throughout the walkthrough, whether you capture or liberate a town, and then what the requirements are. As an example, like Liddell, your chaos frame needs to be above 35, and if you're liberating everything, it's going to be very high. But then the next character you get that has a chaos frame check is Sheen, and he needs to have a chaos frame under 60. So after Liddell, it's just wise to capture everything. And then after you get Sheen, it's wise to liberate everything so you can get the highest chaos frame possible. Look at that Dio. But a lot of people, I've seen a couple of playthroughs of the game, and you know, people can play through however they want to. There's really no right or wrong. It's just it's really about having fun. That's the whole point of a game. And but I was just watching it, and this guy, like Dio's unit had 3 fighters, Dio and then Dio in the back with Amazon, and that's the unit that he used right off the bat. He didn't change it. He used all the... Oh shit, Magnus. Damn it. Critical strike messed me up. die next time Magnus goes in anyway. But he used like you know, just every unit that he got, he just used them in their vanilla form, which there's nothing wrong with that. It's just I don't know. It's very hard for me to play something if I feel like I'm playing it suboptimally. It's almost like I'm not doing my best. So I'm not quite sure how to explain that better, but like I think that's my favorite part, no matter what. No matter what Ogre Battle game I'm playing, the part that I like the most is the army building part. You know, the story stories get old. Stories change, like the stories always stays the same. So you gotta role play your way through it. And the maps are always the same, the enemies are always the same, which is why mods are fun. But the role-playing aspect and changing your army up, you know. I've done it before where Dio is the evil one because he starts off cranky and then he has 2 Black Knights with him, and then Magnus he's like a whole unit with 2 Knights and a Cleric and a Freya. I do it where it's the opposite, where Dio's got the Knights, or Dio's a ladies' man. He's just got 4 Freyas or 2 Archers and 2 Freyas up front, and it's I mean, you just kind of play around with it, and that's what's fun to me. It's I think that's the point of the game, is about having fun. And you can only replay a game so many times doing the same thing each time until it loses its most important quality, which is to have fun. I think that's why I love Morrowind so much, because it is almost impossible to play it the same every time. You can do almost anything you want. There's so many new things to find. God, that's a great game. Oh, Raid. I apologize for the noise. It's very hot, and I was dehydrated today, so I have to drink a lot. I'm interested to see how Black Knights fare in this game, because Fencers start with 3 attacks, Swordmasters get 4, Paladins I think are going to have 3, Cataphracts have 3, Freyas have 3 attacks in the front, Dianas have 3 attacks in the back. Like, most of the units either have 3 or been buffed to 3, or up to 4. I think Black Knights are the only unit that really hasn't gotten a big change, which in a sense that almost equalizes them, but it's it also kind of makes them less special, especially since most units have had their stats rebalanced as far as gaining stats. I think it's taking a little bit of the flavor out of the game, but the highest strength unit is now a Swordmaster. They get the most strength per level up. So it's almost like there's no reason to even have a Black Knight, because you level up as a Swordmaster, and then a Swordmaster gets twice as many attacks and he gets more strength. Oh, Titus, you back off. And let Dio take the first swing at this guy. And this guy we'll try to farm him a little bit, but he's only got 2 units with him, so again, one wrong critical strike from Dio or Titus and it'll mess it up. Alright, so the knight has decent defense, that's good. And the bird will poison people, which will lower their attack, which is great. That's 1. Alright, so even if Dio crits on one of them, even if we get 2 crits, it should still be pretty balanced. That's good to know. There we go. So we're going to let him heal for a bit. I don't think anyone's hanging out down there. We got the leader. I don't know if I want Magnus to get a ton more levels. With Titus, I mean. But that's okay if he gets a few. That's okay. Alright, just a bit more. Oh, you know what? Yeah, we're going to have Dio take him down, because Magnus is a higher level. He's got more strength. It's just better that Dio gets the first swings at this guy. How much equipment do I have left over? 6. 4. Okay. So hopefully what I can do is I should have some Berserker equipment. We should be able to raise all those guys up to Berserkers with a little bit of training after this. I can also wait until basically after this level there's a 3rd level, and then the 4th and 5th one involves facing Debonair, or the one where you have to chase Yumel around. So the Debonair one is where we get a champion statuette and then build up our levels with that. So 4 more fighters. Dio can get 1, Magnus can get 1. Although we could technically do this for another 10 minutes and just get them both maxed out. But maybe just 1 more fighter with Dio after this, after Magnus gets his last one. And then we can use Magnus to take out the leader down there. Oh, wait a minute. I'm going to do an experiment. I should still actually win this. I was going to say I should still win that fight even though Dio is sleeping. and then it won't take as long for that guy to recover, but that's fine. Oh, and they're going straight for Dio, too. I wasn't paying attention to his health. That could have been dangerous. That could have been dangerous. How's your soldiers looking? You are full up, so you may as well go back. Alright. You all healed up? No, you're not. So as the levels get a little bit further on and we are not farming fighters and Amazons as much, this should be a little bit more exciting or entertaining. Because I can see why this may not be the most intriguing style of play. But I'm actually not a very good real-time strategy player. I'd say I'm average, like StarCraft 2, Brood War, Rise of Legends. I mean, most of the games, I'd say I'm average to maybe below average, but I think I've got a decent sense of strategy. And this game is one of the few that allows you to kind of utilize it, moving your pieces around. Not only does it give you the option to have, we'll call them toons, like little platoons, to move around independently around the map. Each special character is unique, and then you can not only upgrade each unit to be, each character in a sense has their own special role, and they can be upgraded to be for power damage, both the position changes things, all of that. But then you can also customize them with armors and weapons, which adds for a lot more strategy. Alright, don't kill them. Don't kill them, Titus. I know you're a beast, but just dial it back. Fuck! God damn it, Titus. Ugh. Alright, we're not gonna use Titus. We're just gonna keep... Dio's gonna be our boy. Titus is just too... you know what I should do, actually? Like, what I've done in the past is Dio's stats are a lot worse than Magnus's. Oh. I don't think this counts as a, I don't need this golem, but I don't think this counts as a, I think you have to fight units. I don't think neutral encounters count as far as getting levels for your soldiers. Yeah, I don't know what it is, but certain characters tend to crit more. I don't know if it's like Anki-Seth, Europa tends to crit a lot more. Who else? I'm not sure who else. Certain characters just really tend to hit a lot more. Alright. Let's go check this place out, Titus. So that's kind of what I was saying, like as far as the neutral encounters, I'm used to getting about 4 to 5 every mission pretty frequently. Normally you almost get none. 4 and 2. 4. Oh, wow. See, there's another one, like, it's in the same day. That's pretty wild. I'm gonna win this fight, so maybe we'll see if we get a level up with our fighter guy. Because I know that one of the rules is you have to do it during a mission. You can't come after a mission and farm neutral encounters. That's probably fine. One more Dio. Let's get one more fighter out of you. I like the idea of, again, I've said this before, of Dio being the trainer for your army, because you learn, the best ways to learn is honestly through teaching. Students are one thing, but when a student becomes a teacher, when the apprentice becomes the master, that's the real test to see if people know what the hell they're talking about. I like the idea of Dio taking soldiers into battle and learning how to be a leader so that he can eventually learn to respect Magnus. So by kind of doing what Magnus does, he learns what it takes to be someone under someone else's command by being a leader. Maybe I'm just blowing smoke out of my ass, who the hell knows. No secret units? Oh shit. That's not what I wanted to do. I wanted to try the shop. My bad. I'll get that mouse thing out of there. I don't need a halt hammer. Don't need a torn claw. Kind of looking for a bastard sword for a fencer. Alright, let's get one more soldier from out of Dio. And then we'll have Vogel finish that unit off, get one more level for his berserkers. There we go. Lots of fighters. Ah, that's such a good feeling. So the first two missions are really just about training to me, and in that sense, these are the training missions. Let me just check something. What are we at? 38. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 fighters. We had 2 more that we turned those guys into. So, okay. What I gotta decide is, so with Dio, I almost, with this particular change up in mods, I'd like to have him with 4 fighters, so that I could have 2 knights in middle and 2 in the back, or 2 in front and 2 in the back, and Dio right in the center, so that it's very uniform. And then we got 2 magic missile users, 2 fighters, and then Dio in the middle, slashing and cutting. And then if need be, I could move the 2 knights up front to do healing. sorry, into the middle to do healing, so it's a very versatile unit. So I need a lot of fighters for him. I could do something similar with Karth, but then that's pretty repetitive. So with Karth, I'd probably do Clerics, since he's going to be like a Holy Knight unit from Lotus. I've also thought about giving him Angel Knights, but that's just a little, that's pretty game breaking if I'm being honest. And then Titus, give him his 2 Phalanxes. Titus is, I don't know if I want to go with 2 Phalanxes and 2 Archers, or 2 Phalanxes and 2 Dragon Tamers. I don't know. I kind of want to see what a Dragon Tamer and a Dragon Master do. That'd be pretty important to check out. The thing with Dragon Tamers, Dragon Masters, it's the same thing with Beast Masters. They're decent fighters, but what they excel at is leading dragons or beasts. So putting them with anything besides that is not the best thing. What do we have? I think I've got... two more. Okay. You know what? We're gonna have Dio get 1 more fighter. I just don't like to waste this early stuff. And if I'm being completely honest, Dio could get an Asnate Cross and raise up some Amazons, because I definitely could use a few of those. How much Amazon equipment do I have? Bandana, short bow, 7, 5. So we're looking at 5. I could get 5 Amazons. I'll have to investigate that. We'll have to see. Yeah, so sorry this is taking such a long time, but it's just better to get these things out of the way, and then after a couple of levels, you can after a couple levels, you can kind of tweak everyone to be what you want. I like Leia to be kind of a heavy armor unit with Cataphracts and Freyas, and then her being in the front doing damage, or in the back doing damage with her Freyas. Leia comes with 2 Amazons. I could move those to Titus's unit. That might make sense. That might make sense. All right, Dio. 3 more battles, and then we can be done with the map. Oh, I like this from a role-playing perspective. Dio getting all this training in. But again, like if you're going to play the game, if there was a way, if you want to kind of jumpstart it, if you want to play the game 5 times, going through this part, taking literally, 4 or 5 hours just to train up a bunch of fighters and Amazons, it definitely gets a little time consuming. So, if you could cheat in 20 fighters and 10 Amazons right at the start, I would understand why somebody would do that. Is it technically cheating? Yes, it is, but really, it's also just a time saver. cheating in, you know, if I cheated in 5 dragoons so that 2 of them could go into Destin's unit and be his, and call them Fenril and Slust, and then have Fogel in 1, and then 2 in Karth's unit. That would be pretty rough cheating too. What are you at, buddy? You're at 80. Good. 1 more. Well, 2 more after this, but it's just a nice feeling to see your army blossom with a lot of fighters, so that you can have an actual army. Not too much damage, boys. So they did some damage to Dio. I think he can handle another battle. Yeah, 52 life. He should be okay. One more battle, Dio. And then Fogel, come in and get 1 more level for your people. Alright. Last one, Dio. And then you're going home. No crits that time. There we go. My brother is starting to play this game from the beginning. He played it a little bit back on the Nintendo 64, but I don't know how far he got with it. Oh, Dio. 55. Yeah, you should be able to. You seem like you could liberate that. So Fogel had 31, 32. So we need 60 something. Yeah, that's not enough. That's okay. Maybe we can get ourselves a golem. If anyone could kill one, it would be Fogel. Well, we could probably put him into a training exercise at some point. Very good. All right, Magnus. Wait a minute. That guy's level 4. I should use Arthur. Oh, God, I know. Oh, it's almost over. Almost over. Because Arthur needs some alignment. And what better place to get that from somebody who is a level higher? He also needs... He also needs levels. Alright, Titus, you and Dio go share a beer and get to know each other better while we wait for Arthur to come down. So, this map could have been defeated in about 4 to 5 days. Really, the only limit would be to how fast you can get down to these cities, because the units are not that hard. But again, the key is not really even about winning, it's about building early on. I don't know if we'll wait and we'll get you a level up after this. Get you up to 6 or so to get your berserkers all leveled up. Rexor and Thulgrim. Those would be the names of the Black Knights with Asnabal. No. No, those should be the ones for Fogel. Equal rights and equal lefts. I should have switched this around so that the ladies would be on the other side. I still can. I'm just going to need to back off a little bit. Ironically, we don't want to kill the puppy because he's level 2. I could also have Igraine as a cleric and put her in the mid-row. That wouldn't work, 'cause she'd be just useless for a while. Oh dear. Only one thing to do. So I will say this is a little bit harder. A lot more damage. This is not, of course, game breaking or anything as far as difficulty, but definitely a lot more damage. Definitely a little bit more challenging as far as a boss fight goes. There you go, we got a little bit of alignment. That's not too bad. Alright, so I got to talk about this game for a second. So, I think I've talked about this in previous... second. As far as the whole joining the rebellion thing, I actually understand the other side of this. I understand what I don't understand is like Yumel and this guy being like, let's not kill this guy. Like, this guy literally, these guys kidnapped the prince and they were going to kill him. And I don't get why Yumel is so... I'm not saying it's bad to, listen to them. I definitely understand wanting to do that, but there's definitely a little bit of a weeniness about him. Like, these guys tried to kill him, and if it wasn't for Titus, they would have succeeded, so... Like, there's a little bit of a coldness that I think should be applied. Where... I don't know, like, I definitely get wanting to listen and learn why these people are doing their thing, but they really go out of their way to make Raid an asshole. Like, they really try to have the ruling class be a bunch of dicks. But these guys literally rose up and have tried to kill the prince and been killing other people, and I definitely can understand why these people are like, hey, we ordered you to take them alive. These are traitors, kill them. If someone broke into my house and tried to kill, like, my son when I was a king, I would never say there must be a reason why they did that. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. I would... But yeah, I think the lack of charisma for Raid and a few of these other people, it's just... I don't know, they really go out of their way to make the ruling class look like dicks. And they are. That's how they're written, but... But yeah, no, when you get involved with Lotus and the other countries and the whole manipulation, it's definitely revolution is needed. But if you're going at it without understanding what Lotus is and the manipulation of Rashidi and the ogres and all that other stuff, then you're like, well, I think it'd be kind of fun to have it'd kind of be fun to play this game from the other side. I'd like to play a game where you start off in the middle of Palatinus and work our way out, beating back all the rebels. Actually, what would be fun is to have a game like this, but it involves Zetagenia, the empire right below with where Destin's from. And you gotta fight Debonair and Tristan. And you gotta conquer Palatinus. You gotta conquer Lotus. It's true, it's a good opportunity. You gotta learn the harshness of the world. Oh, Raid, you just make everything worse. How to punish us, the upper class. What a dick. What a dick, Raid. Why can't you be more charismatic? Why can't the villains be written well? He's got a point. He's got a point, Raid. Can't be puppets. Oh, God. Is it just me, or is Debonair the coolest looking guy in this entire game? Full purple silver plate mail everywhere, long flowing blonde hair, massive sword with a purple gem and gold guard. Ugh. So frickin' suave. It's truly Debonair. You can't fix all your problems by swinging up into an axe jail. Ah, there he is, my boy. After this game, whenever I play Ogre Battle March of the Black Queen again, I have to name my main character Destin. It just doesn't work if I don't. Because canonically, that's the right word, his name is Destin. Short for Destiny. The Star of the West. So far, as far as the hard mode goes, that's our previous game, an experiment just to see what's going on. Speechless and itinerant. All right. That is one of the problems with the storylines in a lot of these old games. It'd be fun if there was like 3 choices you could take, one of which is becoming the person of lordly caliber and becoming the leader of the empire, so to speak, but protecting the people and being good. The second of which may be like, you know, joining. I should probably save this and have this be the start of the next chapter. Well, I guess I probably should have done that at the beginning of the last stuff, where they go into the whole rebels are intensifying. Yeah, we'll start. I'll stop recording and I'll just make a new video in a little bit, starting with this. Probably like 15 minutes. I gotta go up and snuggle my woman. But I shall be back.